Yeah, I have been absolutely fascinated with Dennis Rodman's relationship with the leader of North Korea and his taking, going over there and playing basketball. And so he's got another tour planned. He's going to take himself and some former NBA basketball players over to North Korea to play their players as the guests of dictator Kim Jong-un. And so he's rounding up some publicity for this tour, and he was on CNN. CNN's host, Chris Cuomo, asked if he views his proximity to the North Korean leader to press for the release of American citizen Kenneth Bae, who has been detained there for trying to overthrow the regime. Okay, one American citizen trying to overthrow North Korea. Rodman reacted to that question by Cuomo by hurling insults at Cuomo and implying that Bae was somehow at fault for his own imprisonment. So it was mostly unintelligible.
See,
Rodman
I have an issue with him being in politics at all.
He's not a politician.
Well, exactly.
But he subsequently apologized, saying in part that he had been drinking. So here's a pro tip: when you are planning on doing a media interview, don't drink before it.
Especially if it involves a world leader and a potentially incendiary country.
Yeah.
And someone's life who's a prisoner. I mean, come on. This thing. I mean, I can't help but mention Governor Christie because this whole thing about power. And how people just are so drunk with it, it could not have a bigger example than what the governor of New Jersey says. I mean, he didn't personally say it, but he didn't stop it. Let's tie up the traffic on the George Washington Bridge. I mean, I'll get drunk and talk to the leader of North Korea. Why? Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and people in these positions appear to feel like they have power that they really don't.
It is rather remarkable that, I mean, from Clinton to Christie, really, that politicians seem to think that they can get away with things that they clearly shouldn't think they should be able to get away with.
Well, you couldn't lead a more watched life than any of them do, and yet they, do these things and somehow think that they can't be seen. It must be something they eat or something.
Oh, good.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of our first show of 2014. We hope Albert Marucci will be back with us next week. He's traveling. And you will find us at the BeyondSocialMediaShow.com at our blog. You will find us at the Beyond Social Media Show YouTube channel and Google Plus page. And Dave Erickson is at eStrategyBlog.com. I'm at What'sNextBlog.com. Dave is D. Erickson on Twitter, and I am at What's Next on Twitter, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week.